and welcome to the final. You thought I was gonna, I thought I was gonna too. Read the whole Holy Bible in this playlist. But my plan now is to distinguish them. Because calling what I've read so far the Holy Bible, I've now been on Discord and come to find that the Holy Bible, oopsie daisy, it makes you think I'm reading something Christian. But what I've been reading to you is clearly the Torah. So I'm going to make this video the last video of the playlist, and I'm going to rename the playlist Mark Baumanson Reading the Torah. And we'll see what happens after that. I'll probably continue to read the Bible, most likely. That's the most likely. I don't know if I'm going to skip, and I really, really, really want to skip to the New Testament. Sorry. Got heartburn and I'm burping. I'm trying not to be gross on video. That's why I'm like... Yes, it's 5 a.m. But also, I haven't been to sleep. And also, this isn't the first day that I haven't been to sleep. I'm kind of going through a lot right now. So, bear with me. But I am here not to have sympathy for myself. I am here to read the book of Ruth. Book of Ruth, chapter 1. Ruth accompanies Naomi to Bethlehem. Oop. I have been drinking. I have been. I am going through a lot. Look, okay, there's so much. And it's personal. It's like so personal. It's like talking about trauma that happened to me when I was like 10. Personal. I'm not going to do that right now. Because this is not the point of the video. Yeah, would I like to? Yes. But I won't. Why? I don't know. Because you probably don't care, right? Because it's all the same shit. Everyone's going through the same fucking bullshit, right? Like, look, okay. I work at the Days Inn, Hotel Circle, San Diego. The date right now is May 19th, 2025. And about 4 or 5 days ago, there was this girl checking in. And she was so funny, and I loved her. And we started talking, and it was just like a vibe. I was like, okay, I got you. I got you. You got me, and I got you. And we started talking, and you know what I said? I said, me and my best friend, love to watch random strangers walk by and make up backstories for them. Why are they there? What's the secret reason they're there? Et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And anyways, I just said, me and my best friend like to make up like backstories for people, and like we laugh. And this girl in line said, I do that too. And I said, Right? Like, well, first I suggested that she should watch The White Lotus because episode 1, season 1 starts out with this great scene where Amanda Seyfried and whoever her friend is in the show are standing there making up backstories for the people on the boat, and it makes me laugh. And I laughed so hard the first time I laugh every time because it's so me. And then I said to her, this girl standing in line at the Days Inn, me and my best friend are probably, we have a joke. We like to talk about the apocalypse. How we're gonna probably just end up standing at the top of the mount with martinis in our hands, watching the angels and the demons fight in the valley below, this big apocalyptic valley. And the battle is extreme. And we'll just be laughing hysterically, talking about how, yes, they came here to fight, but the reality is they're just looking for love in all the wrong places. And the girl said, and the whole group of girls started laughing. And you know what was crazy? It wasn't until later, because when I looked at her, I thought, do I know you? I thought, do I know you? Do I know you? It wasn't until later that I remembered there were a lot of people checking in with the last name Canales. And that bitch was Jessica Canales. We were having a whole conversation about how we must be best friends and we must hang out with each other and we love each other. And we didn't even recognize that we were each other. That was a trip to realize a few days later. Anyways, Booker Ruth. He said 7 minutes and 30 seconds into the video. Chapter 1. Ruth accompanies Naomi to Bethlehem. Now it came to pass in the days when the judges ruled, that there was a famine in the land. And a certain man of Bethlehem, Judah, went to sojourn in the country of Moab, he and his wife and his 2 sons. And the name of the man was in a place which is on the north side of Bethel, on the east. Fucked that up. Sorry, it's written bizarrely. And the name of the man was Elimelech, and the name of his wife Naomi, and the name of his 2 sons Mahlon and Chilion, Ephratites of Bethlehem, Judah. And they came into the country of Moab and continued there. And Elimelech, Naomi's husband, died, and she was left, and her 2 sons. And they took them wives to the... I can't be right. There's got to be another page I'm missing. There you go. And they took them wives to the woman of Moab. The name of the one was Orpah, and the name of the other Ruth. And they dwelled there about 10 years. And Mahlon and Chilion died also, both of them, and the woman was left of her 2 sons and her husband. Then she arose with her daughters-in-law, that she might return from the country of Moab. For she had heard in the country of Moab
how that the Lord had visited his people in giving them bread. Wherefore she went forth out of the place where she was, and her 2 daughters-in-law with her, and they went on the way to journey unto the land of Judah. And Naomi said unto her 2 daughters-in-law, Go, return to her mother's house, return each to her mother's house. The Lord deal kindly with you, as ye have dealt with the dead and with me. The Lord grant you that ye may find rest, each of you, in the house of her husband. Then she kissed them, and they lifted up their voice and wept. And they said unto her, Surely we will return with thee unto thy people. And Naomi said, Turn again, my daughters. Why will ye go with me? Are there yet any more sons in my womb, that they may be your husbands? Turn again, my daughters, and go your way, for I am too old to have a husband. If I should say, I have hope, if I should have an husband also tonight, and should also bear sons, would ye tarry for them till they were grown? Would ye stay for them from having husbands? Nay, my daughters, for it grieveth me much for your sakes. The hand of the Lord is gone out against me. And they lifted up their voice and wept again. And Orpah kissed her mother-in-law, but Ruth clave unto her. And she said, Behold, thy sister-in-law is gone back unto her people and unto her gods. Return thou thy sister-in-law. And Ruth said, Entreat me not to leave thee, or to return from following after thee. For whither thou goest, I will go, and where thou lodgest, I will lodge. Thy people shall be my people, and thy God my God. Where thou diest, I will die, and there I will be buried. The Lord do so to me, more also, if aught but death part thee and me. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for all the things I said. I'm sorry for everything. I can't anymore. I just can't be angry anymore. I can't. When she saw that she was steadfastly minded to go with her, then she left speaking unto her. So they two went until they came to Bethlehem. And it came to pass, when they were to Bethlehem, that all the city was moved about them. And they said, Is this Naomi? And she said unto them, Call me not Naomi, call me Mara, for the Almighty hath dealt very bitterly with me. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I went out full. The Lord has brought me home again empty. Why then call ye me Naomi? See, the Lord hath testified against me, and the Almighty hath afflicted me. So Naomi returned, and Ruth, the Moabitess, her daughter-in-law, with her, which returned out of the country of Moab, and they came to Bethlehem in the beginning of barley harvest. I can't. I'm sorry. I can't speak more on what's making me cry so hard. I can't. I can't. Leave me. It's reasons. It's stupid, but it'll just cause drama, and I don't want that. I just want to read the fucking Bible. I can't. I'm sorry. I can't. I need to go pause. I'm just fucking start to luckily I know where I was. Yeah, exactly right there. Ooh. 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 Where am I? Earth. Do you ever think to yourself, what if the stars are all just dust? And you went out there and you looked about and there was just nothing. What would you do? I mean, it is likely, but it's not probable. Because the probability is that the government told us the truth. And there are no stars. It's just dust. That doesn't make any sense. Because it wouldn't be the same every single night. I'm just fucking wasted. I can't anymore with this. I gotta finish Ruth. I'm only on chapter 2. Dead. Chapter 2. Boaz encourages Ruth. And Naomi had a kinsman of wealth. And Naomi had a kinsman, her husband's, a mighty man of wealth, of the family of Elimelech, and his name was Boaz. And Ruth the Moabitess said unto Naomi, let me now go to the field and glean ears of corn after him, in whose sight I shall find grace. And she said unto her, go, my daughter. And she went and came and gleaned in the fields after the reapers. And her hap was to light on a part of the field belonging unto Boaz, who was of the kindred of Amalek. And behold, Boaz came from Bethlehem, and said unto the reapers, The Lord be with you. And they answered him, The Lord bless thee. Then said Boaz unto his servant that was set over the reapers, Whose damsel is this? And the servant that was set over the reapers answered and said, It is the Moabitish damsel that came back from Naomi out of the country of Moab. Came back with Naomi. And she said, I pray you, let me glean and gather after the reapers among the sheaves. So she came and hath continued even from the morning until now, that she tarried a little in the house. Then said Boaz unto Ruth, Hearest thou not, my daughter? Go now to glean in another field. Neither go from hence, but abide here fast by my maidens. Let thine eyes be on the field that they do reap, and go thou after them. Have I not charged the young men that they shall not touch thee? And when thou art athirst, go unto the vessels, and drink of that which the young men have drawn. Then she fell on her face, and bowed herself to the ground, and said unto him, Why have I found grace in thine eyes, that thou shouldest take knowledge of me, seeing I am a stranger? And Boaz answered and said unto her, It hath fully been showed me all that thou hast done unto thy mother-in-law, which the death of thine husband, since the death of thine husband, and how thou hast left thy father and thy mother and the land of thy nativity, and art come unto a people which thou knowest not theretofore. The Lord recompense thy work in full regard to be given thee of the Lord God of Israel, under whose wings thou art come to trust. Then she said, Let me find favor in thy sight, my Lord, for that thou hast comforted me, and for that thou hast spoken friendly unto thine handmaid. Thou I be not like unto one of thine handmaidens, though. And Boaz said unto her, At mealtime come thou hither, and eat of the bread, and dip thy morsel in the vinegar. And she sat beside the reapers, and he reached her parched corn, and she did eat, and was sufficed, and left. And when she was risen up to glean, Boaz commanded his young men, saying, Let her glean even among the sheaves, and reproach her not. And let fall also some of the handfuls of purpose for her, and leave them, that she may glean them, and rebuke her not. So she gleaned in the field unto even, and beat out that she had gleaned, and it was about an ephah of barley. And she took it up and went into the city. And her mother-in-law saw that she had gleaned, and she brought forth and gave to her that she had reserved after she was sufficed. I wasn't sure what that banging was, but I guess it's just people leaving for the day. And her mother-in-law said unto her, Where hast thou gleaned today? And where wrongest thou? Blessed be he that did take knowledge of thee. And she showed her mother-in-law with whom she had wrought, and said, The man's name with whom I wrought today is Boaz.
And Naomi said unto her daughter-in-law, Blessed be he of the Lord, who hath not left off his kindness to the living and to the dead. And Naomi said unto her, The man is near of kin unto us, one of our next kinsmen. And Ruth the Moabitess said, and he said unto me also, Thou shalt keep fast by my young men, until they have ended all my harvest. And Naomi said unto Ruth her daughter-in-law, It is good, my daughter, that thou go out with his handmaidens, that they meet thee not in any other field. So she kept fast by the maidens of Boaz to glean unto the end of barley harvest and of wheat harvest, and dwelt with her mother-in-law. I'm sorry. Earlier, I am in a manic episode, by the way. If you didn't catch it. I wrote in cursive, Lord, I will follow your path if my husband will just treat me lovingly. And I only came to realize later that meant that I am literally willing to be crucified. Not to be, but I'm willing to be crucified again. Just to have my husband treat me well. Chapter 3. Naomi schemes for help from Boaz. Then Naomi, her mother-in-law, said unto her, My daughter, shall I not seek rest for thee, that it may be well with thee? Don't question me. I can do it anytime. And if I wanted to have the stigmata on my feet, I can do it too. But that would just be boasting. Chapter 3. Naomi schemes for help from Boaz. Then Naomi, her mother-in-law, said unto her, My daughter, shall I not seek rest for thee, that it may be well with thee? And now is not Boaz of our kindred, with whose maiden thou wast? Behold, he went with the barley tonight in the threshing floor. Wash thyself, therefore, and anoint thee, and put thy raiment upon thee, and get thee down to the floor. I'm sorry. But make not thyself known unto the man until he shall have eaten and drinking. Yes, I do read before I speak. I usually have read a sentence or two before I've spoken it. And I was taught that in elementary school. So that's why sometimes I laugh and then speak the funny thing. Threshing floor. Wash thyself, therefore, and anoint thee, and put thy raiment upon thee, and get thee down to the floor, but make not thyself known unto the man until he shall have done eating and drinking. And it shall be, when he lieth down, that thou shalt mark the place where he shall lie, and thou shalt go in and uncover his feet, and lay thee down, and he will tell thee what thou shalt do. And she said unto her, All that thou sayest unto me I will do. And she went down unto the floor, and did according to all that her mother-in-law bade her. And when Boaz had eaten and drunk, and his heart was merry, he went to lie down at the end of the heap of corn,
And she came softly and uncovered his feet and lay her down. And it came to pass at midnight, the man was afraid and turned himself, and behold, a woman lay at his feet. And he said, Who art thou? And she answered, I am Ruth, thine handmaid. Spread before thy skirt over thine handmaid, for thou art a near kinsman. And he said, Blessed be thou of the Lord, my daughter, for thou hast showed me kindness in the latter end at the beginning, inasmuch as thou followest not young men, whether poor or rich. And now, my daughter, fear not. I will do to thee all that thou requirest. For all the city of my people doth know that thou art a virtuous woman. And now it is true that I am thy near kinsman. Howbeit there is a kinsman nearer than I. Tarry this night, and it shall be in the morning, that if he will perform unto thee the part of a kinsman, well, let him do the kinsman's part. But if he will not do the part of a kinsman to thee, then I will do the part of a kinsman to thee. As the Lord liveth, lie down unto the morning. What? This book is fucked up. I can't. I just can't. I'm trying not to be emotional. And she lay at his feet until the morning, and she rose up before one could know another. And he said, Let it not be known that a woman came into the floor. And he said, Bring the veil that thou hast upon thee, and hold it. And when she held it, he measured 6 measures of barley, and laid it on her, and she went into the city. And when she came to her mother-in-law, she said, Who art thou, my daughter? And she told her that all that the man had done to her. And she said, These 6 measures of barley gave he me. For he said to me, Go not empty unto thy mother-in-law. Then said she, Sit still, my daughter. Go until thou know how the matter will fall, for the man will not be in rest until we have finished this day. Chapter 4. Boaz claims right to marry Ruth. It's getting intense. I don't know if you're keeping up with it, but it's getting intense. And this is the very, 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 very last chapter of the very last book of the Torah. Chapter 4. Now Boaz claims right to marry Ruth. Then went Boaz up to the gate and sat him down there. Behold, the kinsman of whom Boaz spake came by. God, that 805 burpee. Unto whom he said, Ho, such a one, turn aside. Sit down here, and turn aside, and sat down. And he took 10 of the elders of the city and said, "Sit ye down here."
And they sat down.
And he said unto the kinsman, Naomi, this is come again out of the country of Moab, selleth a parcel of land, which was our brother Amalek's. And I thought to advertise thee, saying, but if before the inhabitants and before the elders of my people, if thou wilt redeem it, redeem it. But if thou wilt not redeem it, then tell me, that I may know. For there is none to redeem it beside thee, and I am after thee. And he said, I will redeem it. Then said Boaz, what day thou buyest the field of the hand of Naomi, thou must buy it also of Ruth, the Moabitess, the wife of the dead, to raise up the name of the dead upon his inheritance. And the kinsman said, I cannot redeem it for myself, lest I mar mine own inheritance. Redeem thou my right to thyself, for I cannot redeem it. Now this was the manner in former time in Israel, concerning redeeming and concerning changing. For to confirm all things, a man plucked off his shoe and gave it to his neighbor, and this was a testimony in Israel. Therefore the kinsman said unto Boaz, buy it for thee. So he drew off his shoe, and Boaz said unto the elders and unto all the people, ye are witness this day that I have bought all that was Amalek's, all that was Chilion's and models of the hand of Naomi. Moreover, Ruth, the Moabitess, the wife of Mahlon, have I purchased to be my wife, to raise the name of the dead upon his inheritance. The name of the dead be not cut off from among his brethren, and from